nice news.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
The waters end here.
At last. Are there any formalities?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty. And most of all, the second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces.
Sounds like an old friend.
Well, experience is a good thing. Duck's Goldweaver, little hostage. Apologies for keeping you waiting.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things...
Before that, I'm more curious about what...
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, the Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary, come now, both of you.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysosauros hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then so. How much...
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign land. Is that correct?
How is this...
He got it.
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here, at least...
You must listen to me, Aglaia, Tribi. The Fainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance, but do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must, because I know both of you. And the faith we all share will always. And so, the layers of rock through my old acquaintances, the Imperator's alliance needed the destruction. The condition was this. I had to prove that my power, in the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, but this time, neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head, and cheering for the hero of the I proved myself. I could do more than just wait until finally. But tell me, if that's truly the case. The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in amphorates. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Gislana killed himself that day. Who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, but its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path, and my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Absolute
I thought cycle.
no. It's just that the answer came so suddenly. Eons, paths.
I can't give you an exact.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting.
Fate is a strange thing.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, too bad.
What's that supposed to mean?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. Besides, according to you, before stepping...
I've already heard the same thing.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the door.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about him...
Hold up. Keep your wits about you.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down.
You sure do love... In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is... I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. This is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Core Flame Thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing?
That was close. here!
They're exactly like cutting.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course, but along the way.
Where are you going?
The Venerationists' foolish inventions find...
You've arrived, Zachary. I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen.
That's me. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through.
1,596.
Yes,
1,000 core blades and just
I've come this far.
But someday you will.
Of course. The Devota before that. They could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. This is the...
Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how even so, I use my Bartolos. Right? If you have the guts. This will last. And the other jump by your toes.
Existence is of no consequence. Future will come.
In my memories, Zagreus always needs their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This reason core flame before us is a fate.
I know. And then, driven by exactly like the countless...
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out, will you carve the trickery core flame from my...
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't...
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that no one can catch up to me.
Whether you believe me or not.
Alright then.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy.
Go, Cythera. Give us some This isn't for her. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. For old time's sake, turn back. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the...
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn? Now I have the answer. It turns out, that fiery demon has been fantasized.
I don't want to argue anymore. Make your biggest effort to resist. Even if it's futile,
Yes. Even if it is futile. And the world is...
When I walk into the destruction rid, even the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in it.
And so, that the traveler and the scholar, or perhaps it wasn't just in the endless darkness, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Reduced to ashes, it happens in every
You don't look so good.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased?
Yeah. After that one and only time, Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weakness.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty...
Never.
Then they died honorably, but they're still tender.
I remember that I was once you.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember.
I'll keep that in mind.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos, one day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. Enough. There's no way. Step forward and face me in a final battle. I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance. Behold! The last Kremnos festival has begun. And it will not end till death.
I'll temper myself.
Conquer this world or be conquered by me.
As you wish. I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Poison's blood. Chaos. Ready with strike. Hail the new dawn. Poison's blood. Her agony.
One or two, if you can deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
Mighty Mouse. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn your curse of immortality!
Well fought. You may crown yourself my blood. And you're
The 108 at the shadows of the black. The blaze was still, even if it meant.
No matter how bright this, moreover, a sun like that.
Golden blood is born from the only by
Allow me to ask.
24,041,183.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this.
No matter. As long as...
I must refuse. I cannot watch you.
But this way will never again suffer.
Unnecessary death, indeed. You are not the Fainon I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and...
In the end, it seems the clash of...
How painful. I know I am not your... Even Catholic cannot shape all things, and it is precisely for this reason that I chose. At the end, I am the hand of shadow. Cast. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flags in our mark text. The giant dragon was but a shattered shell. Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
You're fine. It's time to temporate more tomorrow.
I ask you to rest here.
Transform my soul into a raging fire. Monster.
All of this. How is it any different from that brutal future?
Is now granted by strike. Tear the sky. Soul and substance.
Keep him here.
Her agony. Hail the new dawn. All stars burn to ash. Feel the scorching hatred. With blood. Is that all? Granted by strike. I'll never hear them. Sun tear the sky.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute to your million struggles.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
The core flame of death, it should shine upon all. Light the path 2 million, 24 million, as if even the deepest abyss. You're here. You're still lingering. Because you're still waiting for a miracle. If that thread of hoping, your thoughts. But even within the gods' call, never forget. How many times has it been? 4 million. Then that blaze inside of you. Yes. The destruction. A power unlike anything yet now. And when that happens? No. I've already found a way. Mind. In every new cycle, a new me is born. All I have to do is push the next Fainon to the end of the war. Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take...
Bold plan, but risky. What?
Unfortunately, I don't have a better. Even in this wreck, I never forget. Wait. Not once.
As the demigod of the sky.
A black tide. It's hand over the corpse.
A healer should stay composed.
Hyacinthia. I swear. You're dead straight. Just as they've never been. Finishing the sun's work.
I believe in you. It's just part of that warmth.
My humanity is indeed.
Even so.
I have kept to every, even though the each is over. And
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. But what about your wishes? Lord Kaslana, without flaw. That is the moment you took the world. You lost the chance to...
now then I suppose.
No, an empty flame, but... Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight. The only thing I can... May the gentle colors may they bring, Amphoria. Though the light is broken, its warmth still lingers. Deliver, please. Open your heart to me.
This blazing sun. Fill the sky with golden fire. He's now crushing torn. Christmas blood. Die. Await me.
The fire. Burning.
This world suffering. Sun. Tear the sky. Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, you could tell me.
The core flame rose, and this time remained the same. From the horizon, this was the end of the world. For a moment, that being known as is this Hamfor? I will still 23 million. No more chasing is needed. The flame chases its, then let me be the one until another door. $33 million. This is the countless memories, countless versions of myself. They all needed a moment. Just like them. I must say goodbye to you. Yes. I will burn. And I will kill gods and comrades alike. And steal the core flames. I will stop Aranova. I will find the next me. And make him carry on this futile and... Looks like that I should be going to. You only exist in...
you remember what
You finally found him.
I see. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home.
No, it's all been for the sake of defying that end. In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye. Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming.
I never...
I understand. If you are to keep them, but this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it.
Turns out, the fire that lights the way.
Do you remember? In that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked, and when hesitation took hold. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales, do you still remember it?
Remember the past. And what weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade, you arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest, if I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god and the world we leave behind. This world, my home. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed. Good. In that case, so...
If he takes on the weight, I'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past. If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps, and if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles. It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner. Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned. Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the...
Tell me, even if all of you...
Without hesitation.
Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never then let the purest rage in your let it consume you. Fine. Then in the name of world-bearing,
take it. Everything that I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end.
Farewell, Trailblazer. The prophecy of the Deliverer, Kaslana, as the prophecy foretold.
Another attempt. I won't remind you how many times
If you've lost count, let me tell you.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know if the outcome is in your shall I?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. And yet, even after you had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want, and yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world, but you will never escape this cage. You can claim that is the moment I shall sound. Lord.
Your incompetence disappoints me. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled? Perhaps you're right. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me. And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to look upon? Of course not. But I am. Listen well, creator of destruction. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter. In the 100,000th cycle, in the 23,570,000th cycle. This time, I by its faint glow. That sun is me. All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your Nook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then!
Just as you wish. If I was born as the blazing son of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core. And let this grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, how the desperation patterns in the shadows, tearing down, embrace the detonation, craving all damn creation, breaking and shaking, reaching for you.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes. If I can't fulfill them,
Then send them on to tomorrow.
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gate. It is bore iron tomb is your neck. I have from the beginning of the experiment. There were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After 30 days, it's a matter, but after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become perhaps, as for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry.
We were so close to being swept away by the... Now, I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. That's right! At this very moment, after watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus. Or maybe...
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you? Not surprised at all, huh? That's because I'm simple at heart. But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. Don't worry. We're not truly... I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. This way. My mission ends here, after all. So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Sirengi waiting for you. And in the one after that... Saying all that without even realizing it. Now take my go. Fine. It's time to go. And may the days ahead.
Now, let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you. Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion? out! Doesn't this scarecrow